So, well, here we are on the top of the Avon. We can see from the farm. A nice early morning paddle. The tide's at its height at the moment, so at the top here we've only got a 2 hours each side of high tide if we're lucky, but we'd still have to walk up from down here to the car park. But once we get away from the road, it's just lovely and quiet. So what we got is seagulls on posts, and the posts are showing where the tide road is. So at the moment we've got quite a lot of tide in, so there won't be any cars coming. Sorry seagulls. There'll be black-headed gulls, and they've lost their black head at the moment because they're in the winter plumage. So if you really get up close to one, which I don't think we will, they've just got a little kind of black thumb mark just behind the eye. But yeah, beautiful little gulls. Sorry about moving, got perfect reflection today. We're about to paddle down a road. And this is the road. We have about 25 centimetres of water under the boat at the moment down to tarmac. Again, what we've got is some more of the tide road here, and it carries on right the way to not the first moored boat but the second lot of moored boats, and then it goes on up over the hill, and quite a few people do get caught out actually. It's quite a tricky little road to gauge. Best thing to do is just not go through when there's water on it. But the lovely part about the Avon is, once you get down past the end of the tide road here, no more roads to the sea. So it's very quiet. Once the tide goes, in about 5 hours, 6 hours definitely, this will all be mud. So the boats will all be sat out on mud, but that mud is full of things to eat. If you're a bird with a different length bill, you can choose when in the mud where you would like to eat. So there's plenty of snails and worms for them to eat, and because of that we get quite a lot of overwintering birds. Big flocks of curlew, oyster catcher locally, widgeon, red shank. The list can go on and on. We're very, very fortunate, and also usually we have a mild climate, makes it a haven for overwintering birds, not just from the UK, from Europe and beyond. In the distance, a couple of swans have just taken off. I don't know if you can pick that up, if the camera picked that up, but magnificent. I can't have scared them off, they're just quite far away. They're just going off down the valley. Perhaps they decided to change the venue for a meeting. And this The sun is just lovely and warm. Just peeking up and over into the valley. So I've got a brew here. Nice cup of tea. So I think I'll just find a little spot and we can just drift and have a brew and listen to the birds and have a watch to see what's happening. What we'll do is just have a turn round and we'll go back up and we'll see what else we can find. This part of the Avon is different. Once you get under the bridge, it's just like a river. So we've had the area behind us of mudflats. This is still tidal, but it's more river-like. So we're getting to the top of where the tide works its magic. So when the tide does go out, on either side of here there is mud, but not to the extent where we saw the boats. We're getting to quite a river environment, so we can actually get a few different more species, and also the whole thing kind of closes in and becomes more intimate when you're paddling along. The birds are closer because the vegetation is closer, so there's a lot more to look at. Some reed mace over there. It's much loved by goldfinch. And, there's a little egret just landed in the field. Nice fat wood pigeons eating off the oak trees. Excellent, we've got some gorse flowering here. And my gran always used to say, kissing is in fashion when the gorse is flowering. Now gorse is usually flowering, not the same bushes, throughout the year, so she must have done a lot of kissing. So this is quite interesting. You never know what you're going to find. when you're out and about. And this is a big pile of froth. There is a weir that we're paddling up to, and obviously there's been a lot of water down. We had heavy rain the last couple of days, so the weir is churning up the froth, and the froth is floating downstream. A bit like meringue. Is it pollution? Is it natural? Nice fat wood pigeons eating out of the oak tree. Acorns. Now, who likes acorns to eat other than wood pigeons? Squirrels? Piglet? Piglet likes acorns. But Tigger doesn't like acorns. Tigger likes something else. Tigger likes ruse medicine. That's what Tigger likes. He doesn't like honey, which is much of a relief to Winnie the Pooh. And he certainly doesn't like thistles. A little bit of a pull now upstream, because we're going against the current, so the Avon, which is flowing down off Dartmoor, must be quite turbulent and full. There's a few more bits of froth up here, but also the tide's turned now. The tide's on the ebb, so that's going out, so it's allowing this water to go out. But again, you can see it's become a lot more intimate now. This is fantastic. And I can hear the roar of the weir now. Not that it's a big one, there's just a lot of water coming down from Dartmoor. The moorhen just scooting off. Yes, I've had my hour on the water, so time to go back and do some more work on the small holding and some paperwork. I think if it rains this afternoon it'll be paperwork, but as you can see, a kind of a little area of always two halves, but a little area of halves. Intimate little river section here, and the kind of mud banks further down, covered at the moment. So the estuary, fantastic.